Welcome to another look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It's Wednesday the 25th of August, we've got some new mods, we've got something stealthy and we've got something invisible. Smoke and mirrors and illusions. The updates for today, we've got the Farmet Quadtrac DG3 by Josh Models, the Lizard FS19 by Ostry, and the Pallet Shop Rack by Landbauer. They've all been updated today. Right then, in front of me, we've got the front lifter for Quadtrac. This is by EY Modding. This is 1 megabyte to download, 1 slot on console. You'll find it under Tools and Miscellaneous, and it's 3,000 to buy. Now we have we have got one like this already. The front lifter mod by FS19, I think it is, that comes on a little pallet. Now this says it's for Quadtrac specifically, so I tried it on the Quadtrac and I thought, I wonder. So I went through the kind of base model vehicles to see what it would hook up to, and it would appear a little bit like the other one of these mods. It will attach to things with a hitch on the front, because if we go into large tractors, I first went along and tried it all on the larger ones. So things like the Challenger, I tried it on the 9RX series, part of the Borgo pack, and it wouldn't hook up to them at all. But it did on the Quadtrac, it did on the New Holland, and then I tried it on the Challenger and the Fendt, the smaller two. But then when I went up to the larger one, the Challenger MT800 and the Fendt 1100 MT, they've both got like hitches on the front in the weight. So I think that is the key to this, is having that on the front, which makes those larger tractors and things a little bit more versatile, gives you a few more options for running front tanks and all sorts of stuff. You know, there are front cultivators, there's all sorts of things you can be running on the front. So as you can see, Lizard front lifter hooks onto that one, no problem, kind of bolts on in and around the weight. Go with it does. And then the same with the New Holland T9. Well, I've got a 480, but T9 generally. Now, there are probably loads of other mods, loads of other tractors, loads of other vehicles that this will work with. Like I say, if they've got a trailer attacher, I would assume they're going to work. As I said, you'll find this under Tools and Miscellaneous. 3,000 to buy. Slot counts 1 anyway. There are no options available for colour choice. You get it as is. There we go. That's the front lifter for Quadtrac by EY Modding. Next we've got, well, it's not this. It's the stuff that's around it. Well, here's the thing. This is the flexible silo extensions. This is by TF2020 mods. 0.17 megabytes download and 1 slot each. The premise behind this being that when you buy silos, they have a set capacity, whatever they may be, including, well, for whatever crop types they will take. The silo extensions generally will give you a certain capacity for then all of the crop types will then be extended. The premise behind this being that not all crop types are created equal. Some yield much higher than others, so when you've got crops that yield much higher, you need more bin space for those, but you don't necessarily need as much bin space for ones that don't yield as highly. So this can be pretty much completely configurable. There are a couple of things to be aware of though. It says important, once placed, the object can no longer be sold. So once you've got it, you can't do anything with it, you can't sell it. So if you place a silo and then put these extensions on and think, I don't want the silo there, you may have a problem. So if we go into placeables and silos, this is the only tricky bit with it. So we've got a 100,000 litre extension for these crop types, 20 grand for each of the extensions: wheat, barley, oat, canola, sunflower, soybean, corn, potatoes, sugar beet, sugarcane straw, hay, pig food, wood chips, water, milk, seed, lime, fertiliser, manure, slurry, digestate, liquid fertiliser, herbicides, diesel. Now the diesel one is storage only. So you can move it out of there, but you can't like refuel from it. You can move it into a tank and then take it to somewhere where you can refuel. That would just be for storage of diesel. I'm sure that's what it says in the mod. So you can really specifically configure a silo to have exactly what you want in it. Now, I suppose for most people, it doesn't matter. It doesn't, if I've got a capacity of 1,000,000 litres of everything, if I don't use that, then that's not a problem. I don't have to. But I like the fact it's configurable. Now, for example, let's come out just a second and check our capacities. Now, that silo's a 200,000 litre. A couple of those, so say 300,000, because I've already placed a couple of these. So what I'm going to do now is hopefully increase the capacity. Now, what is it saying along there? Nothing. I've got no storage for grass, hay, straw. Let's see if I can add one of those in and see what difference it makes. So let's go with straw. Now, the one thing I've noticed it hasn't got, I don't think it's a TMR one, which might be a bit frustrating. Now, it may say at some point it won't allow it to place it, and this is the only problem. You can't see it. What should happen is if I press X now and then come out, it's charged me to place it. It should have been placed about here somewhere. So the thing now to check is, 100,000 litres of straw capacity has been added to that silo. You can see there in the menu. And we can repeat that process as many times as you want. So if you've got a silo with 100,000 litres, but you want 800,000 litres for potatoes because you've done a massive potato crop, just chuck a load of them down. And as far as I know, you can place them, well, I say that, as far as I'm aware, you can place them pretty much on top of each other. Wrong one again. There we go. Let's go with another. Oh, it doesn't matter. Let's go with anything. Let's go with potatoes this time. That's the same position. Just pressed X. That was exactly the same position. It allowed me to put another one down. So you can put multiple ones down and you can take a standard grain silo. And obviously, if you want to do that, usually the silo extensions are quite big and you end up having loads and loads and loads of them, which is a little bit more realistic, I suppose, but it depends which way you want to go with it. I think it's a clever idea. I like that as an option, as an idea. It's a little bit more modular, and you can take a fairly small silo and increase the capacity without having to take up too much ground space and that kind of thing. Again, that will be your prerogative to decide whether you agree with that or not. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but that's the Flexible Silo Extensions by TF2020 Mods. Invisible, but definitely there. Next up, we've got the Pack 10 Sheds Metal. This is by ADub Modding, ABP Team Black Sheep Modding. 3.87 megabytes download, 3 slots each on console. There is, for all intents and purposes, 5 identical ones with a different colour. So we've got these ones here that have got a kind of green and grey-ish, sort of metallic, but green and grey. And then we've got the option for red and grey, but without the striped effect, and it's pretty much a duplicate of each of the ones as you go. I don't think these have lighting or light switches that I could tell. So we do, as you can see, have a completely open one. We've got a drive-through sideways one. We've got an open on one side one. We've got a drive-through lengthways one. And then we've got an open on the end one, and then that repeats itself with the red and grey. Completely open, drive through on the side, open down the side, drive through down the length, and open on one end. Not too expensive either, I don't think. Let's go to our sheds. So, 6,000 for, so Model 1, Model 2, Model 3, Model 4, Model 5. Are the first one, 6,000, 6,250, 6,5, 6,5, 6,750. Then we move on to the red, open, same ones again, but with the red, 6, 6,250, 6,5, 6,5, 6,750. I have to say, for the size of them and the various options available, giving you, pretty much covers every eventuality with direction and where you want to, where you want your entrances to be. And for the size of them, the price is amazing. That's very good. Like those, that's the Pack 10 Sheds Metal by ADub Modding, ABP Team, and Black Sheep Modding. Whizzing through... Nope. Here, we have got... Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. This is the Lizardkhan. This is the Lizardkhan. 5.24 megabytes download, 4 slots on console. This is by Darken042. It's a fertilizer, liquid fertilizer or herbicide sprayer. It will spray up to 12 meters, I think it is, but it's got a fairly small tank. It's only 600 liters, if I recall correctly. I think it's 600 liters. It'll run at 15 kilometers per hour. We'll have a look at miles per hour in just a minute. It's like I say, it's just a fairly small tank. It's on wheels. Boom goes out, and it's a sprayer. We should find this under tools and where are we? Crop protection. It's only £6,000. Yeah, 600 litre. Runs at 9 miles per hour, 12 meters wide. We can change the main colour to anything on that pallet, which changes all the boom and metallic sections. The tank stays as more that kind of thick plastic that you get. I have already taken the liberty of filling it up. It's interesting because there's actually no pipe work on it. I'm assuming the pipe work runs through the frame itself. I guess keeps it all neat and tidy out of the way. Turn it on. And away we go. Now I suppose if you combine that with the front tank on the front of whatever vehicle you're using, you can increase the capacity quite dramatically. That's the Lizardkhan by Darken042. Making a welcome return, this is the pickup from FS19. The pickup 2500 by Adams Kong, 5.14 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. We've got loads of pickup mods and various different ones, but I always like this one. Although I don't think the suspension doesn't seem to have transferred over as well as I recall. But we have got straps in the back, we've got a boot that opens, a tailgate that opens, we've got a rear trailer hitch. It goes at a fair old pace. Sounds like it's got a jet engine in it, I'll be honest. You'll find it under vehicles and cars. Pickup 2500, 25,450 horsepower, 86 miles an hour. Not sure what the conversion is to that in kilometres per hour. It's going to be up there, isn't it? No, I'm not sure. I'm sure someone will know that off the top of their heads. Options available. We can change the main colour to anything on that palette. Well, we can go with yellow, can't we? Design colour is the rims. Starts with a chrome, but then you can mix and match, coloured coordinate, however you want to go about it. Those are the only options you get. Let's hop in. Lights. Horn. Interior. Let's turn it on. I love that. Loading, please wait. Little touch screen in there. Very fancy. I don't think we got any doors open on this one. No. We have just got unfold the rear tailgate. The straps on or off. Starts off fairly throaty. Then we get into this kind of I mean, it could be a turbo whine, it could be a jet engine kicking in, I'm not too sure. Pretty stable though. A lot of the pickups, when you get up to that sort of speed, you try and turn, will slide a little bit, but there's a little bit there. And there you have it. The pickup 2500 by Adams Kong. Which brings us to the last of the mods for today, and it's the stealth machine. I love this, not just the colour, but the options on this and the vehicle movement. I don't know, I really like it. This is the Amazon Black Pantera. This is by LS Agra Ole. It is 11.32 megabytes download, 10 slots on console. This is under, well, it's full crop protection, so it will do liquid fertilizer or herbicide. It has got a rear trailer hitch on it. Let's hop in though. Start it up. I don't know, it just looks a little bit more kind of menacing, a little bit cooler than the standard Pantera. I you know, but that rock, when you brake and accelerate, and when you turn as well, it's got this bit of lean to it. See, there's a bit of lean as you go. Let's try forward and then we'll turn a little bit. I like that. That's been really well modelled and really well done. Turns on a dime as well. Awesome. Now we have got the option as well here. L1 and right stick side to side. We can adjust the wheel track so we can bring it all the way out, which makes it even better and even more stable. I say even better, I think it looks better. Makes it a more stable platform. It's got a 41 metre boom. I think it's a 41 metre boom. Horn, beacons, lights. Now the tanks are 4,500 litre, I think, if I recall correctly. I was comparing it to the Rubicon, really. I mean, I suppose, well, I mean, they're all around that, aren't they? It is, yeah, 10 slots, which goes down to 1 for any subsequent one you buy. 41 metre boom width, 218 horsepower, 4,500 litre tank. It'll run at 9 miles per hour. Options available. We can change the rim colour to anything on that palette. I did initially go for that, MrSealyp green, but then it doesn't stay stealthy when you do that, does it? But then we've got the option of Trelleborg or Michelin tyres. Under Trelleborg, we've got, let's zoom in a little bit. Under Trelleborg, we have got standard, narrows. It says narrows, it actually makes them smaller, not necessarily, well, a little bit narrower. And then the twins, which I really do like that. Row crops, obviously, because they've got gaps between. Then Michelin, we've got standard, we've got narrows, and we've got twins as well. The design, we've got standard or back working light. I couldn't see where that appeared, so I think it's behind the boom. Yeah, just in the, there's a gap through there. Just in there it appears. 31 mile an hour top speed. Interior looks like this. Very nice and neat. Seat suspension, so when it goes along it has a very realistic kind of feel. Let's turn it on. And away we go. Yeah, I like it. Oh, that's weird. It doesn't. When I first came out into the field, it felt like the seat was moving, but that seems to be moving independently underneath me. That's a pity. I thought it was. But yeah, I mean that whips round. Very nice indeed. The Amazon Black Pantera. I don't think I've missed any options on that. As far as I know, that's it. Turn it off. Let's fold that back up again. Lighting rear. There we go. There's the lighting rear. That's by LS Agra Ole. And that's it for the mods for today. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.